Hey everyone, and welcome to Comic Breakdown. I hope you guys are ready for some more Future State because that's exactly what we're about to dive into. This video is going to be covering Future State Suicide Squad issue number 1, also featuring Black Adam, which we are also going to cover. Now, if you guys haven't been keeping up with the Future State line, go ahead, check out the links in my description and at the top of this video. It'll send you to a playlist that has all of this for you guys. And with that being said, let's dive into this issue. So honestly, I was a little bit skeptical getting into this one, but now I'm understanding a lot of the artwork that was released early, and we're seeing this new Justice League. Now, this takes place in 2030. So it's some time after the magistrates had their thing, after Bruce Wayne has been pronounced dead, so on and so forth. And what our opening pages give us is Sinestro, Brainiac, and Mongol making a run for it. And they're on the run from the new Justice Squad. But these aren't the individuals we think they are, because Amanda Waller has put together a team of individuals that would regularly never wear the mask that they are wearing. For instance, we have William Cobb as Batman, previously known as Talon. We have Hypnotic Woman in disguise as Wonder Woman. We have Aquaman, but it's really Fisherman. Our Speedster is Australian, previously known on the Teen Titans as Bolt, now masquerading as the Flash. Clayface is Martian Manhunter, and Superman, well, that's good old Connor Kent. That's right, a lot of you guys have been wondering where Connor is in Future State, and here he is, playing Superman. And so we see a fight break out. They seem to have something that they need to get away with. Sinestro is trying to save worlds, as he says, but this Justice Squad is so brutal. We see Clayface literally eat Mongol, and we see Sinestro try to make his escape, only for the Flash to cut his hand completely off and disconnect it from the ring, and Brainiac making replicas of himself, but it's all for naught, because this Justice Squad takes the win. And this is where we cut over and we see Talon, aka Batman, messing with Sinestro, threatening to kill him because he's an alien. And this is when Amanda Waller tells him to back off, and he doesn't, so Amanda Waller blows his head right off. And then she tells the Flash that if she doesn't get on the road, get going and find what they're looking for, then she's going to be next. And so with it not being really that pretty, the mission was accomplished. They got their package and now they're headed off. And before they head off, Connor looks at the head of Brainiac, and its last words are that he fought across many universes, fought many different Supermen across multiverses. None of them like him, like a clone of the world's greatest hero and the world's most terrifying villain. And he hopes that one day he sees that he's more Kent than Luthor. And this is where we have some individuals in the shadows watching their moves, watching this team's moves. And it appears that it's the Suicide Squad, but we're gonna find out. And then we pick back up at the Pentagon, and our team's all met up here, and they're really all just tired of doing this. Most of them didn't even want to do this. They're here not by choice, but because they have a bomb literally implanted in their head. And everybody starts to lose their cool, but then Amanda Waller steps in the room and zaps everybody, just letting everybody know who is boss here. And then she goes over exactly what her plan was. Everything she's been working on has led to this moment. Building the Justice Squad. Eradicating crime to the best of the ability. All to build Project Homebase. And now that they've secured the last of the tech that they got from Brainiac, they can bring it online and activate it. And then she dismisses everybody from the room except for Connor, and lets Connor know that, she picked him specifically because she believes in him. He's not the Superman the world wanted, but he is the Superman the world needs, in her opinion. None of the others were strong enough, could do what was needed to be able to bring order about. And this is where she takes him into a room and says that she hopes he's more like Luthor, because that's exactly what they need. She picked him to lead. And if he doesn't like it, they always have a plan B. Task Force 2, aka the crime syndicate from Earth 3, the evil Justice League. Now, though they are technically out of commission, they could still be needed if they decided to use the Black Lantern ring. which they have here at the facility secure. And so as this meeting comes to a close, we pick up in the woods off of the Pentagon. And we have Manta arguing, blaming somebody, but we can only see a shadow. And what the shadow tells us is that they had to come here. If they want to save their world, they had to come to Earth 3. They have to find and bring back Amanda Waller. And who better to find Amanda Waller than the Suicide Squad? And that will be the end of this issue, and that is where we're going to pick up with Future State Black Adam. And this issue picks us up in the 853rd century Watchtower Mogo. And it gives us a little bit of backstory, just letting us know, years from now, after magic has completely left from the cosmos, and the beings of the universe started to lean more on powers of technology, the multiverse was at peace for a time, until something came. Something disturbing, and the Hall of Justice and the Tesseract space gets notifications, and our Justice Legion is freaking out, getting ready to fight whatever's about to happen. But this is when we see the arrival of Superman Prime. Leaving his fortress of solitude at the center of the sun, the Kryptonian has reappeared in the universe's darkest hour. For a time, he was absent from humanity. After defeating Solaris, the living sun, he recommits to the fight for truth and justice. But as he peers into the inky blackness of space with his ultrascopic vision, the smile disappears and he stops. And he starts to feel fear because he remembers the name Doomsday. And at that moment, he remembers fear once again. And he remembers it because he's met with the 7 deadly sins. The unkindness arrives. The 7 deadly sins, accompanied by the last lords of chaos. They consume every plane of existence in order to bring an end to everything. And they take down Superman Prime with ease. Body broken and will broken as well. We see the lantern ring shatter, and what remains of his form floats towards the sun. In time, he could heal, rise again, but by that time, it's going to be too late. And this is when the Justice Legion realizes how serious this situation is. If they can take him on, there's no chance. And other civilizations around the multiverse of the universe are realizing this. The cybernetic asteroid world of the artificial has calculated the odds of survival and decided that self-detonation was the only option. Atlantean cruisers mobilized to meet the cosmic threat, and within seconds, their entire fleet is literally disintegrated. So whatever is happening, they have no way of stopping it. It just destroyed the most powerful hero and the most formidable army in seconds. And this is when Wonder Woman lets us know that there is someone that could help them out. Someone that she has been dating for quite some time now. And that somebody is none other than Black Adam. And they go to Black Adam's home to see a wonderful, magical paradise with technology that's eons ahead of anything anywhere else. And what we learn is Black Adam gave up magic long ago. He knew that the magic would be the death of everybody, and he put everything into science and technology, gathered it from all around the universe. The same science that keeps him young and vital. And he's created a place as a refuge, a safe place for anyone who feels misunderstood. A beacon of hope. And as they arrive, they see a giant pyramid guarded by some sort of energy field that not even Superman's 5-dimensional vision is able to penetrate. And then they make their way through pocket dimension rooms within trans-dimensional buildings to find the one and only Black Adam tending to the garden. And Wonder Woman fills him in on everything that's been happening, and he's not sure how he can help. But this is when the arrival of the 7 deadly sins arrive, and all heck breaks loose. And rage grabs a hold of Black Adam, and as these two are sitting here dueling out, and rage is trying to get him to extinguish any kind of peacefulness within inside of him, he awakens something he was not expecting. He awakens a magic on a planet that is now dead. Though even dead, it still has all the forces of the magic. And Black Adam whispers those words. And in this instant, magic has returned. And with it, Black Adam. And this is where he literally barbecues rage. And down below, the rest of our heroes are succumbing to the sins. But Black Adam shows up and rescues the individuals he can, closes off the door from the rest of them, because they've been touched by one of the original sins. And because of that, they're now a more evil version of themselves. And Black Adam lets them know, like, that's not gonna hold them for long. We have but a moment. And Black Adam really seems like he's ready to just call it a day, because he's like, you know, we can't stop these guys. We're more than likely going to die, and if we're going to die, let it be this. Because after all the thousands of years I have lived, I have watched everyone I love die, and I am ready to let this world go. And this is when Wonder Woman lets him know that she is pregnant carrying his child. They don't know how it happened. I mean, she's literally made of stone. She's a statue that came to life. This wasn't supposed to be possible ever, but yet it is. And so with that, Black Adam has a new reason to fight. And that reason is his child. And as the Justice Legion make their arrival, the Gold Beetle comes in like a hurricane with a solution on how to save the universe. And that will be the end of these issues. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Personally, I really thought this was going to be a little bit lamer than it was. At least the Suicide Squad aspect of it. But seeing, you know, Connor, seeing all these individuals take on the role, not because they wanted to or because it was some noble reason. It was simply because Amanda Waller forced them to do so by putting bombs in their brains. And though Clayface doesn't, you know, he can transform and stuff like that, his bomb is literally all over his body. Every speck and molecule of dirt that is him is a bomb. So all in all, I have to say it was a pretty good issue. I'm really excited to see where this story is going to go and see if if Connor Kent is going to actually continue to live more in the shadow of Luthor and not of Clark Kent. And when it comes to the Black Adam, I have to say I'm really freaking excited. You know, I always love a good Black Adam story, and this is exactly what we're getting here. You know, we're getting a Black Adam who for quite some time was an ambassador of peace, and even gave up his magic. Not necessarily gave it up, but chose not to use his magic any longer for the betterment of all of humanity. But he's been forced, because of a grave threat and the arrival of his child, he's forced to become Black Adam again and fight the 7 deadly sins. But all in all, I have to say it was a pretty good run. I did enjoy it quite a bit. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. If you have not yet already, please do me a favor, subscribe to the channel, like this video. If you want to support the channel in another way, go ahead and check out Patreon. I have a link in the description. You can support my channel that way. You can check out Comic Breakdown and more podcasts as well, and Rogue City Comics out of Medford, Oregon. All the links down in the description. Go ahead and check it out. Rogue City Comics has some of the best comics. The podcast is available on iTunes, Spotify, and wherever you get your podcasts at. And until the next video.